I'm inside and I saw Star Trek, the original series, The Apple. It is directed by Joseph Henvey, written by Max Ehrlich. I hope I pronounced that right. And if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts with following the USS Enterprise, and they're orbiting this planet. It's a beautiful planet. There's a surface temperature of like 75 degrees. It's like perfect human conditions. Perfect, beautiful. What's interesting is that this planet, it's fun to see that the USS Enterprise is kind of stuck there, because there's some sort of like force field or something happening where they can't leave, and so they're trying to figure out how to deal with the situation. Meanwhile, we have like a landing party down there, and we have this landing party and they meet some guys, and one of the guys has like weird antennas coming through like the bottom, like at the top of his neck. He's like, I am the eyes of Vol. That's their god. That's their god's name. And they all worship Vol, and they're just here to have a good time. What's interesting about the civilization is that they have no concept of what a child is, because they've been living for thousands and thousands of years serving Vol, and they just get all of their needs met, you know, all their needs met. It's nice and beautiful. However, how the civilization deal with humans who just come in and just like destroy all over the place. It's just like human nature at this point. They come in, they're like, oh, this is interesting, this is weird, fascinating. Please do go on, talk about more about this Vol guy. And Kirk's trying to talk to Vol. He's like, can I talk to Vol? He's like, and these guys be like, no, only I talk to Vol, says the guy with the Vol antennas on his neck. It's weird. This civilization is weird. It's fun. Also, I wish it was 75 degrees here. It's more like 40 here. Oh, I'm so cold. I wish it was on that planet right now. But, you know, it's all right. I like looking at this paradise in the media that I watch. So we have a landing party, including Chekhov. Chekhov brung his girlfriend, and they're all like trying to be all lovey-dovey together. And Kirk's like trying to break it up, like, we're not here to have a picnic over here. We're here to do a job, and we're here to do a job, and we're trying to beam up to the Enterprise. There's some interference. They're like not able to they're able to just sit there and have to do nothing because they're being interfered with. They can't communicate. Just nothing really works. Also on the Enterprise, they're being brought into this planet, which is interesting. They're just being slowly kind of tractor beamed to like the planet, and I'm like, oh boy, I hope they don't crash into the planet. Also, what's interesting is we have Vol, and the Vol is like, hey, I'm Vol. I'm kind of like a cave looking thing where like a bunch of these dudes just feed me these explosive rocks of some kind. Like, that's what Vol eats. He looks like a dragon. He looks like he's like a dragon mouth. It's kind of cool, right? I like how Kirk's like, okay, so he needs to be fed. What about if we didn't feed him? We're trying to leave. These people are loyal to Vol. How about I give some orders? Hey, you prevent them from feeding Vol. What's fun is when Vol is weakened, we get access to the Enterprise again, because Vol is actually the reason he's causing all this interference with the Enterprise and all the communications, a lot of fun jazz. And he's like, all right, so Vol's not fed right now. All these guys, they're just freaking out. Vol needs to be fed. Vol needs to be fed. All that fun jazz. And then strike him, and he gets strucketh. Vol gets struck by the Enterprise, and what's fun is that now Vol is now destroyed and he's dead. And now these people are free. What's interesting, I mentioned Chekhov being all lovey-dovey with his girlfriend. They have a little bit of a kiss, and some of these Vol people actually see this, and then they're like, oh, it's replicated, right? And Vol knows all, so he's like, kill those people, kill those outsiders. I'm like, dude, you're making it so they can't leave. If you made it so they could leave, they would have left already. Dude, this is your fault, Vol. You're the problem. And so the Enterprise, the crew, is just doing what they ought to do, which is to save themselves and destroy Vol. And now we have these Vol people given a speech by Kirk, and they're like, hey, actually, you'll be able to have freedom. There's a thing called freedom, right? You can have your own civilization. It's just like humanity, you know? You guys are going to be free. It's all fun and handy-dandy, all fun, nice stuff. Whew! And then, like, on this ship, we have Spock. He's like, isn't that similar to, like, the Garden of Eden situation? It's like the original sin. It's like the first apple was ate. It's like, we just caused the Garden of Eden again, but in this different population. And I thought it was really funny because, wow, there's a lot of great world building within this world. I don't know who the frickety frick these Vol people were. First introduction, watching through the episode, and now I understand who they are and what their future is, all in like 50 minutes. And I really like that because I get to know them. And I like the world building. It's so nice and pretty and warm, unlike where I'm at right now. This is not warm at all. I'm actually really cold. And so this is all fun. I like the look of Vol. I wish I had a thing that looked like Vol. That's cool. There was like a force field around Vol. You couldn't like directly shoot at it. You can only wait until he doesn't eat and then, you know, get him. This is a fun episode. I like that humanity is spreading their sin. They're spreading their sin all around to places without sin. And Vol determines what is sin, so Vol wanted them to kill them. These guys, these new people. But wouldn't that also be sin? Vol's a bad god. He shouldn't be telling people to murder people. Because, oh no, the customs and traditions are broken. Oh no! So overall, this is a fun episode. I've pretty much already summed up what it is. It's just an Adam and Eve happening to another species, and the Enterprise is facilitating this. Human customs, sinful. I gotta give this episode, it's a solid 8.1 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 Dinos. Patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movies, go to this link tree. By the way, you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movies. So you can go here. And until next time, on Mint Salad Saw, I'll see you later to my salad croutons, bacon bits. Boop. Boop. Beat me up.